Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue working on my grandfather's 1920 Burke number 22 drill press. Let's do that. I had a few decisions to make, like keeping the belt setup that we had. We're going to a 5-speed V belt instead of the flat belt. I haven't made my mind up about that. What I thought we would do today is I need to fix this spring. I don't know if you can see it. I have to re-bend it. I have to bend one of the prongs up so it will work again. Okay, before I do anything, let me explain to you what I'm about to do. I have made one decision. I decided to go with a wheel to bring my spindle up and down. That's going to go on this gear here. That means I'm not going to be remaking this hub. It's broke, if you remember from the last video. If you didn't see the last video, stop this one and go back to last week's. But I need to, goes on about that far. I need to ream that out. I need to, also, here's where this spring goes. Goes on the end of here, goes in here, and it's the spring that retracts the spindle. A half of a loop has busted off. And what I want to do is, I don't think a half a loop really matters that much. The first thing I'm going to do is try to fix this. What I want to do is, I have a little propane torch. I want to separate this last coil and kind of draw the hardness out of just the tip of it. Then heat it up and bend it. It goes straight up here off of the coil. Now, let's do that. First, I need to move this off this table. I don't know how this is going to go, but here's my plan. I'm going to separate the coils using this pin. I'm going to use these pliers here and hold it at a distance where I think I want to bend it up. And I'm going to use these pliers to grab the end and bend it. But first, I have to get this torch. I had it going a couple of times, then it didn't want to go, then it did want to go, but let's see. Getting hot. Starting to glow. Not fast enough. Let's try that again. Hopefully I didn't temper the rest of that or detemper it. That's what I had to accomplish. I had to make that come up 90 degrees. I might have to shorten it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go dip this into some water and we'll get right back to you. I successfully bent the spring. I don't know if you can see it right here. Bent it up 90 degrees. It doesn't look, when I look with a loop, if anything is fractured or not. It looks pretty good. Hopefully I didn't detemper this. It doesn't feel like it. Now what I have to do is get that little ear that I created and get it into that hole right there. And I think what I have to do is just muscle it into there. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm gonna, let's see. I have it lined up over here. It's right under the hole. And now I have to bend the springs kind of. That was easier than I thought. And now what I have to do is, when it's on the drill press, I showed you that one little gear. I have to put this onto the gear and wind this up and then put a screw in. Let's see if I can do that. What I have to do now is put this gear. Okay. I really can't wind it up without the spindle. Without the spindle being in there, like I said, yeah, I can't wind it up. But I can put it on there. And that's what I'll do. Right there. Let me turn this around. The spring works. And there it goes. Okay, the next thing I wanted to do is put this on it. What I need to do is ream this out just a couple of thousandths. And I'm going to do that on my mini lathe. Let's go do that. What I want to do is ream this out. It starts to go on. It goes on a little bit. There's just something boogering up the inside of this. So I was going to ream it out. I'm going to use my under-over reamers. I don't know if anybody's ever seen a set like this. For each size, 1/2 inch, 7/16, 3/8, all the way down to an 1/8. I've got undersized and oversized. This is $4.99 and that's $5.01. 374 and 376. I was pointing at the wrong one. They were 7/16. But I think you get it. 1,000th under, 1,000th over. It's a great set to have. I'm just going to throw this reamer in here. Get this out of the way. And turn this on really slow. I don't really expect any resistance, so I'm just going to push it on there with my hand. It's pretty good. Hardly anything came out of there, if anything. But let's go see how it fits on that shaft. All right, I had measured this, and it was like $4.99, except around the hole that's through there, the cotter pin hole. This should go on pretty easy, and it does. What I have to do now is drill a hole through here for the cotter pin. I'm going to eyeball it and just go through, right? There's a flat on here. I'm going to go right in the middle of that flat. I'm going to measure that hole and just drill it through. I sized the hole in the arbor, whatever you want to call it, in the shaft, with a number 12 drill. And I put it in here, my vise, with some tall jaws, and I just eyeballed the center. A cotter pin's going through there. I'm sure I'll be able to get that through. Let's do that. Okay, it's through. Yeah, I can feel it. Let's get this thing out of here. This is the moment of truth. Will the holes line up? I've got a pin. Pin goes through. This bent up cotter pin, that'll be another story. Oh, it goes right in. Not going to bend it. Let's see. It spins back. Good. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, what I set out to accomplish in this video has happened. I fixed the spring, but it worked out, as we just seen. And I made a decision and put my wheel on there. This is from an old Bridgeport on the feed. Anyway, there's a few things that we still need to do before this is wrapped up. Let's talk about that. I think I've accomplished what I wanted to in this video, but there's a few other things that I was supposed to be thinking about, like the pulley system and the motor. I believe my decision is I want to stay with the flat belt 2-speed pulleys, and I'm going to try to make the original motor work. The other thing that I have to do is work on the spindle. I want to take that apart, clean it all up, and get it ready to work by my next video. So, with that, I think this video is coming to an end. In fact, I think this video is a wrap. So, until next time, enjoy.